Hi. Okay, hi everybody. As you all know, I did some test shots yesterday with full tilt and sniper core inside, and we didn't get a successful shot yet, not on the first trigger pull anyway. And I have a theory as to why this is the case. And because it's one of those too long didn't read stories, I decided to make a short video about it. So here's the thing, this blaster was designed for supercore, and supercore has a very specific way of working in that it releases all of the pressure inside at once. It's a very sudden and in that sense aggressive core, which for this specific system works perfectly because this aggression ensures that the lifter, which is inside here, lifts really quickly, and thus the dart is breached into the barrel very quickly, and a lot of the residual pressure inside supercore is allowed to leave the barrel with the dart in front of it. Sniper core works differently, and because of that there is a more gradual release of pressure into the breech of whatever blaster you're using. Now, in most cases this doesn't matter, and it can actually be a benefit, which I'll go into in a second or in a minute. But for this blaster it's an issue, and I came about this theory because every single time I tried to fire, it wouldn't, but on the second trigger pull it would. So the darts do get breached into the barrel, the lifter is working fine, but apparently at the first shot there isn't enough residual pressure to actually propel the dart. And the reason is quite simple, I think, because of the gradual release of air of the sniper core. A lot of air is allowed to pass the lifter before the pressure leaving the core is actually strong enough to lift it with the dart inside. And at that point, once the dart is breached, there's not enough pressure left to actually propel it, and suction inside the system basically causes the dart to have a dead stop inside it. And then at the second trigger pull, since everything is already sealed by the dart, it actually leaves the barrel at very high velocities every single time. Not very consistent though, and the reason for that is probably inconsistencies in the darts, which ensure that the point in the barrel where they sort of stop due to the suction as a result of the first trigger pull is not always the same. So let's say if it ends up here and you fire again, it has a shorter amount of barrel left to propel itself, whereas it gets stopped here in the beginning of the barrel, it will fire more quickly or with a higher muzzle velocity at the second trigger pull. So this likely means, actually it means that full tilt will not work properly with the sniper core inside, which is okay. I mean, this blaster was designed for supercore. Supercores are really good at what they do, and this will work with it. Now, I mentioned earlier that there might actually be a benefit of the more gradual release of air of the sniper core for the purposes we normally use them for, which is inside a regular blaster with the breech that comes with it. Why, you might ask? Well, we designed Sniper with the thought in mind that because of all of the air actually leaving the barrel rather than with supercore, which has a certain percentage of air which like vanishes into nothing because the core is already retracting before all of the pressure has left the barrel. The efficiency of snipers should be a lot higher than supercores. And our testing thus far sort of shows that it is higher in efficiency when we talk about total air volume consumed for each shot. but it's perhaps not as high as we thought it would be. And this has put us on a new path of trying to find out whether or not the increase in efficiency will actually be higher with longer barrels. So still in a like-for-like comparison, but you have to imagine it like this. If it's true that, and it is true, that sniper has a more gradual release of air, that means that the dart will start moving in essence in the beginning of the shot not as fast as it would with a supercore, which instantly releases air. And then by the time the sniper core has fully opened its flow path, then the dart starts propelling really fast, but there might be not enough barrel left for it to reach the higher velocities it might potentially be able to when the barrel is actually longer. So what we're going to try now is we're going to make longer barrels, a couple of them in various steps. You have to think about 300 millimeters, which is what we will use right now. We'll go up to 350, 400, and even 450. And we will test both cores at all those various lengths to see if we in fact see a much bigger increase in efficiency for sniper core in relation to supercore with those longer barrel lengths. And this is actually a rather exciting idea. If anything, it's a cool theory, and in the coming, I don't know, probably weeks, because it will take some time for Liam to build those barrels. I can't do it at my place because I don't have a lathe and I don't have the skills to do so. But we will test it, and if anything, it's a cool theory, and if it proves to be true, there's actually a new reason why we can call the sniper core, because it will, greatly improve efficiency gains with a longer barrel. So okay, I wanted to tell you this, I wanted to keep you informed, and the reason I do it like this is because it's way too long to write it down and nobody would actually read it or care about it. So yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, this is my latest blaster design. Or actually, it's not the latest one, but it is the latest one I have built, and I will put a supercore back into it quickly, and I will start testing with that because this one doesn't work. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.